So we're all checked in and we're here at the Excellence Playa Mujeres. Our room is ready. We are in 7455. So I'm going to show you, we have an oceanfront, 2-story plunge pool suite. So let's take a look at this amazing room. Come on. So immediately to the left is the room service hutch. And I love when resorts have this because this is where you're going to put all of your dirty dishes from room service. And instead of putting it outside, that sometimes can attract animals, and also they can come get it without having to come into the room. Now the bathroom was laid out exactly like I love a resort bathroom, except that it did not have a partition from the bathroom to the bedroom, which I don't know why resorts do that. I think all couples still like their privacy, and there's just a lack of privacy when they don't have that. But regardless, it had the separate toilet, it had the double sinks, and it had an amazing rainfall shower. The shower was amazing, I have to say. It had a huge rainfall shower head, the biggest I think I've ever seen. Again, it does have that window there, so there is a little lack of privacy. They did have a ton of toiletries stocked in the room as well for you. They even had toothpaste. So they did have a small walk-in closet over here to the right. They had extra blankets, they had the robes, the safe, and they did have a steamer. Now they did not have an iron, so they only had a steamer. However, we did meet an employee that was walking around with dry cleaning, and he said they will iron and they also dry clean for an extra fee. I did love the layout of this room, even though there was that little lack of privacy from the bathroom to the bedroom. I loved the layout, and the bed was super comfortable. Of course, they had the bar area, and we had the premium upgrade, which came with 4 bottles of full-size alcohol. Actually, I think 5 bottles, and a few bottles of wine. They had a nice little Nespresso machine, they had teas, they had snacks, and they had a fully stocked refrigerator. So they had beers, they had wine, sodas, and they even filled it with what we like. So we took out some of the sodas and the beer because we don't drink that, and they stocked it up with seltzer water and regular water for us. Now, we rarely watch TV when we are on vacation, but they did have a nice large TV, although it was a little bit far from the bedroom area. So if you like to lay in bed and watch TV, it's a little bit on the other side of the room. They had champagne waiting for us, and they had this huge seating area. And I love the fact that it was leather, because lots of times these areas, they get humid. So if you open up the door, and if you had cloth sofas, it tends to get a little bit damp. Now, I loved that they put the jacuzzi tub here in the corner with these curtains, so you could have privacy, you could close the curtains off, you could open them up, and they even had this window right there, so you could open this up fully, so you could feel the air coming in, take a bath, and look at that view. So it was really amazing, and it filled up very quickly. We had no issues with that. The water was nice and hot, so this was really, I would have to say, a huge plus in this room. Okay, another thing I loved in the room, I know I'm spending a lot of time in the room, but was this little seating area that you could have room service inside the room. Now, we've been to other resorts where there's really no place to have room service. There was tons of places you could sit down. They even had that little desk area as well. So this is the first floor outdoor seating area. So if you're going to do room service, it's great. They also have this little bed seating area, but I wanted you to note that this is what they consider oceanfront. So we did upgrade to a club level oceanfront room. We did end up switching though, because we did not feel that this was oceanfront. So we asked for a room closer to the ocean, which we got a little bit closer. So I'm going to show you that, but just take note that this is what they consider oceanfront. So you might as well maybe just even get an ocean view room. It might not be that different. But there's a whole upstairs to this room. So we got to check that out. So let's go. I'm excited to show you. I couldn't believe the size of this upper level area. It was huge, and you have just this huge expansive view. Again, I'm going to show you the other room's view that we went to so you can see kind of the difference because they were both considered oceanfront. But just the whole area was, I think, one of the largest of any two-story room that we've ever seen. So one little note is that it is starting to show a little bit of wear and tear. In fact, the door was very difficult. I actually cut my finger on the door. That was difficult to open at times, but it was clean and it was just, again, like immense. I use the plunge pool every single morning. It is cold. It's a very cold pool, but super refreshing in the morning, and then even in the afternoon when it's really, really hot. It even had its own little outdoor shower, as you can see there as well. So overall, I was completely blown away with this space. I could not believe how huge it was. Now, it does lack a little bit of privacy, so you are obviously next to other people with the same suites, but I never heard anybody or never saw anybody, but I guess the potential is definitely there. Okay, so here's the view when we moved over to building 8. So previously we were in building 7, and this is the view, and I felt that this definitely qualified more as an oceanfront suite. So just keep that in mind. You may want to ask for building 8 since it's closer to the ocean. To say one downside though, moving to this building, is that we were right next to the area where they dump the seaweed in the morning. So literally starting at 4:45 in the morning, they had the trucks cleaning the seaweed off the beach, which again, I get that they want the beach experience to be great, but it seemed a little early. And so I guess you're gonna have to decide whether you wanna be closer to the beach or if you don't mind being a little bit further away so you're not next to that area. I preferred the view personally, but again, that's something to consider when you're booking your room. Now, overall, we loved the room, especially the size of the room and the fact that it did have two stories. And while we didn't spend a ton of time on the rooftop, it was nice in the morning to take a cold plunge, to have some coffee looking over the ocean. And I was disappointed that the room was not more oceanfront, especially for the price that we paid. But as I travel more, I am learning that resorts can categorize rooms as oceanfront, but often they are ocean view. So it's something I need to be a little bit more diligent about when I'm looking for resorts and booking resorts. If I really want that ocean front room, to make sure that we are closer to the ocean, or that maybe I just pick an ocean view and not pay the oceanfront price. And I do answer all comments and questions. So if you have any questions about the room or the resort in general, just drop them in the comments below and make sure you watch the entire series of videos that we do about the Excellence in Playa Mujeres. And of course, keep following us at 3 Days and Tres Noches while we keep bringing you on fun, exciting adventures that you can have in a really short amount of time and give you those real, honest, to the point reviews that you need to know before traveling to these destinations.